Hey everyone, recap of week 5. We had quite a bit of stuff going on this week. We start out with comprehension, and comprehension is achieved when readers are able to make sense of their meaning and are able to articulate it in a personal understanding. And when we talked about comprehension, is there one measurement? Resoundingly, everybody said no, there can't be, because comprehension is such a complex task, and that we all do it in different ways, and we all have different ideas and meaning from comprehension to make comprehension. So overall they had, sorry about the interruption of my daughter, just got home from work. Anyway, so now we go on to talking about, we looked at EL students, and then we listened to Cynthia read and figured out what can we do to help Cynthia. And they mirror each other, right? EL students in our school systems, as well as listening to Cynthia, most probably an EL student, or at least a student that English maybe is not her first language. So we know that the status of EL students aren't great in the U.S. education system, particularly in Wisconsin. And what can we do about that? A lot of you talked about cultural acculturation, which is transferring one culture to the other, academic support, academic language, making sure we're emphasizing that, using complex text, differentiation in that UDL model of making sure that all accommodations are open for all students, and you take what you need when you need it, and not that you need it all the time, but having that available for students. And then looking at what you guys recommended for Cynthia just mirrors what we would do in the classroom when we talk about what can we do for students with EL students in the classroom. And you talked about lots of read alouds, read aloud, read aloud, read aloud, vocabulary instruction. And the read alouds play right into vocabulary. The more time students have time to discuss and dialogue with peers and teachers, the more language they're using, the more times that they have think alouds and read alouds done in front of them to see what the examples of them, the more they're going to use it. So again, language and vocabulary will develop from reading aloud. Like we talked about reader's theater, to practice prodigy, making sure that she's not flying through that punctuation, that she's attending to when there's a question or when you need to pause, and having some expression in your voice when you're reading. And then a lot of you talked about just making sure that she's self-monitoring. That is she cross-checking? Does it sound right? Does it look right? She did blow through a lot of her miscues without really seeing if they made any sense for her at all. She just kept on plodding through, although her comprehension wasn't horrible at the end, but it could have been better. So great job this week again on all of the connections between EL students and our comprehension, and recommendations for Cynthia.